Disclaimer. This video and all its contents are Ngozi's opinion and that of some people who contributed. We're all entitled to our opinions, so enjoy.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Ngee Show. On this episode, I have with me the delectable and the charming Queen Jad. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me on the show. I love
you for having me.
And she gonna hook me up. I can't tell y'all though. I can't tell y'all. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself before we talk about what we're discussing today. Okay. Go.
Well, hi everyone. I'm Queen Jad, a singer, songwriter, and activist.
Sorry. She's an activist. What is an activist?
An activist is someone who fights for something they believe in. They fight for a cause. They go out of their way for that cause.
So your cause might be something people think is totally crazy, but it's your cause. Mm-hmm. So you're just gonna fight for it.
Yep.
Okay. And then just before we jump into it, I heard singer.
Yes.
Want to drop a line, please? What's your favorite song of all time?
I have a lot.
I have a lot of songs because I love music, but I always have a favorite song. So
I actually don't I seriously
really?
don't have a favorite song. I love too many artists.
Okay, just one that you like. Who's your favorite artist?
One of my favorite artists is Jessie J.
Oh!
Yes, I love Jessie J.
Because you're my flashlight.
Yeah, there's Flashlight, but my favorite song from her is Personal, and then what's the name of that song? Oh my gosh, You Don't Really Know Me.
Oh, do you want to drop?
Okay, I'll probably sing let me sing You Don't Really Know Me, because no one really knows that song.
I don't know, I've never heard it.
And she deleted it off YouTube and everything.
I'm here trying to find out I know the song. And I follow her on Instagram, which is weird, but go ahead.
Okay, so
Excuse
the vocals right now.
Oh, excuse, because she's
Kinda
not in the
cracked.
studio. This is like our
Kind of crack.
you know.
Okay, well, I'll just sing the beginning.
Yeah, it's just like do 1-2 lines.
Okay.
You need them like acoustics.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't know the song, so I can't acoustic. Okay.
No, I'm not a liar, just don't know how to tell you the truth. All we need is time, we don't know why we do what we do, but we do.
Girl, you better stop. Woo! Mercy, Lord. Mercy. Oh, I just had good, right? Hey, oh my God. Oh, you can sing. Oh, you can really sing.
Thank you.
You know, you have a singer-songwriter sing. You can sing.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that off air. On today's episode, Queen Jad and I are talking about domestic. Do you see what just happened? I started speaking for name. Did you see that? Wow. On today's episode, Queen Jad and I are talking about domestic violence. Yes. So, it's the Ngee Show. You know, the point, for me, when I started doing the Ngee Show, I thought to myself, life is hard, right? So if I can do something to put a smile on someone's face, if I can do something to lighten up your day, even with the most serious subject matter, that's what I want to do on the Ngee Show. So that's the premise of my show. And that's why I say keep it real, because really, to be someone else is so difficult. But when I think about a topic like domestic violence, I think it's too serious.
Very, very
It is so real.
Very, very real.
And it's become very topical lately, possibly because of social media, not because it hasn't been happening. What are your views before? Because what we want to do today is, for me, the 5 people that domestic violence really affects. There could be more, but please, just domestic violence.
Okay, domestic violence is something I'm very, very sensitive about because I personally went through it. I grew up in a home that was... My mother was being abused. Yeah. Okay. So,
how is she?
She's fine now.
Awesome.
Perfect. She's fine now. But as a child, you know, you get really, really affected by that type of situation. Okay. So you actually do.
Yes. Because you saw it, or you knew it was happening, but you couldn't see it.
I saw it. In my case, it happened to me. Okay. I went through a series of things, and there's also this feeling of anger you get that you can't do anything about it because you're too small. So that alone can mess you up, you know. If you see your mom. Is there? I feel like we're gonna jump the gun, but I really. Okay, let's go into it. Okay. The first person, the victim. Yeah.
have you heard about any situations where the woman is abusing the man?
Definitely. I can't count the amount of situations.
Oh, so there are a lot.
There's a lot.
Yo,
You know, the thing is that
though.
men are so afraid to come out and say I'm being abused.
Because it's not manly.
Because it's not
Now,
manly.
for you,
Yeah.
they beat you, but you
They'll
want
laugh
to.
at you basically.
Aha!
So it's not.
Give me, I will laugh. I can't believe I just said that.
Oh,
It's just like my brother will be like, my wife is beating me. Son, stop. Dude, come on. What's wrong
Exactly. And that's the problem we have, is that we're not giving these men the help they need, and they're actually in a horrible situation because some men are just naturally not violent.
Wow.
So
wow.
yes, they don't know how to respond to violence.
Yes.
They don't, you know, they don't know what to do, and they're trapped in that, oh, everyone is going to laugh at me situation. So they just get worse and worse over time until they break out.
My heart is so broken when I hear things like that, because it's one thing for a woman because you can speak.
Yeah.
You're allowed, even though it's bad, you're allowed to speak because people will, I want to say, what's the word? Not pity you, but they will say thank you. They will sympathize with you. But for a man, oh my goodness, if you're a man and you are being abused, I feel for you. I'm so sorry that anybody has to go through that.
And you get help.
From where? Let's talk about number one, the victim.
Yes.
So let's talk about the male victim.
Okay.
You know, so how does a man get help? Let's forget let's forget abroad. Okay. Nigeria. Where does a man in Nigeria get help? Your wife throws things at you, she throws her shoes at you, she will call her mom, you did this, you cheated on her. Yes, fine, you might have done some things or whatever, but you know, she throws things at you, she hits you, she scratches you, verbally abuses you, emotional abuse. Lord Jesus, let's not talk about the abuse that doesn't have scars.
I know.
How do you seek help as a man?
Okay, well, I know so far that there are helplines in Nigeria for domestic violence.
Yes.
I'm not sure of the numbers,
and
but
Lagos
I know
State
there's
is very
definitely
seriously. Here are some of
there's
the numbers
helplines
on the screen. We'll
yes,
put them on the screen.
there are helplines, and also talk. I think it starts with not being ashamed. If you just come out, there's a million or probably or more guys that are in the same situation as you are. So if you come out and you speak about it so boldly, I believe that others will follow. And by the time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people start talking about it, then other men will definitely start feeling more comfortable to address it public and address it.
I dare say, how confident are you, just based on, I don't know, how long have you been back home?
I came back in March.
This year?
Yes.
Oh, girl. Are you staying? Because most people come.
Oh, yes, I'm staying.
Okay, because that's 6 months.
I've moved back.
I give you 6 months.
I've moved back. No, I was here in 2015.
Okay.
Yes,
okay,
I was here for a
fine.
while.
So you've done that thing.
Yes.
So you're back now. Fantastic. So based on what you've seen, how confident are you in that statement that if a man should speak, other men will follow? Based on what you've seen in Nigeria.
Okay, the thing with Nigeria, I've noticed everyone. I'm not trying to bash my country. I love my
country. Go bash!
But we kind of copycat a lot.
Copycat.
We replicate what we see, what we think is cool, what we think is hip or anything.
Yeah.
So just like now, the whole, like you said, social media is now taking an awareness to domestic violence and stuff like that. It's not like it hasn't been going on. Before a woman gets, abused, they will tell her, don't worry, let's put makeup and go back to your husband's house. But now people are like, okay, yeah, you can separate, leave your marriage because of it. So it's something that...
Because the Western world is more closer to us.
Yes.
So, okay.
So if a man so if a man actually speaks out and they see a guy who is someone maybe high in society or someone who people actually admire and he speaks out, yes, at the beginning he may be laughed at, but once they see, I think like it's a serious issue, other people will definitely copy and follow. And he will realize that
he doesn't need to go through that. You don't have to die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, you don't have to. So as a victim of domestic violence in Nigeria, let's talk about the woman now. Most women don't speak up.
Yes.
They cover and like, please, I beg, that's my husband. They'll paint their face. Because of culture?
Because of culture, because of religion. I'm a Christian, but
religion.
Religion. Because of, they're scared that they're going to be looked at as a woman who failed in their marriage.
Yes, and you can't fail. The marriage is till death do you part, until he kills you.
That's what they believe.
That's also death,
and
it's the will of God. Because God gave that man to you. If you believe as a Christian, I don't know why you're laughing.
Because
as a woman,
true.
you fasted and prayed for this man, and God sent you this great guy, right? And you're married for 2 years, and he starts with the first couple of slaps. You get pregnant, maybe you lose a pregnancy, because I know someone who lost the pregnancy. You lose a pregnancy, but you have the kids, you're protecting the child for my children's sake. If I can't because my children. And then one day, it's unfortunate, the day he slaps you, you fall into the bathtub, knock your head against something, you're gone. It's the will of God now.
It's not the will of God.
Till death don't did you apart. He gonna marry somebody else, amen?
Definitely.
And they gonna raise your kids.
You know, the thing that people fail to understand with victims, abuse does not start with the slap.
Oh,
it doesn't.
My goodness.
There's signs.
Abuse
it doesn't start with the slap.
With the slap.
It doesn't. There are always signs.
So the abuse doesn't start physically.
No.
It manifests earlier.
It always manifests. The way a guy will talk, the way he would treat you, the way he treats your family members. If you have anyone who likes to isolate you, which is like make you, oh, those your friends, don't hang out with them. Your mom.
Your mom, the way she
your
comes
siblings.
in, that your brother, I don't know how, like he's just very...
You should already get the ref, like they want you alone. So if they do anything to you, no one is going to be willing to take you in because
Speak out.
That's it.
I'm sorry,
So
I'm having a moment, girl.
There's that, there's lying, there's cheating, manipulation, someone who constantly does wrong to you and then tries to make you feel like you're the one
problem.
Doing wrong.
Babe, I wouldn't have done this. See what you did. See what you made me do.
So stuff
See what
like
you
that.
made me do now. You were not. I came home. Yes, I know I messed up, but I was trying to make love to you, and you didn't allow me. And then I got upset because I was already like there. I was, it's not my fault, babe. And then you now start thinking as a woman.
And then there's some guys that always make you feel like you're not beautiful enough, you're ugly. So in the case
but
that
they married you or they're dating you.
Yes.
Marriage is over. I know people that their boyfriends are beating.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? Are you a prisoner? Hello? How's your boyfriend? I said, that nigga bold. Boyfriend, you've not married me, you're beating me. Oh my shit, go.
Yeah, it's really sad, you know. And
so
there are always signs.
He will try to I was trying to build on what you're saying. He tries to pull your self-esteem down.
Yes. Yes, they will constantly tell you stuff like you're ugly or who will want you if not me? You know, that kind of thing. So you automatically feel like if it's not this person, nobody else wants me. So then again...
Let me tell you, woman or man, you are somebody.
Yes.
When a man tells you you're lucky I married you, when a woman tells you you're lucky I married you, that is a sign. What does that even mean? Who do you think you are? When I hear things like that, I'm like, boy, you don't touch yourself big, huh? Really? You came, you chased me, I agreed. Or he chased you and you agreed, and then you now decide that he's lucky he might. Why did you marry? Since you're such a lucky giver, live now. Exactly. Yes. Don't do that to people. So I agree with you. Yeah. I never thought about it like that. It doesn't start with a slap.
It doesn't.
So we'll finish on the victim now. So you see the signs.
Yes, you see the signs. Then it goes to first a push, a knock, a slap or something like that. They see how you react to it. So if you're the type of person that the first time that ever happens, you leave, then I clap for you, applause for you because you got out. Yeah. But you're the type of person that, oh no, it's okay. Maybe he was just angry that day. The next time it's not going to just be a slap. It'll probably be a punch or something. What if you're the kind of person that if he slaps you, you beat the hell out of him? Well, I mean... I'm just... Like you don't do it in my head. You take... the piston I used to pump pepper, and amputate his hand. Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to condone violence, but I mean, sometimes you have to get... You started it. You have to get there. But I mean, even after that, leave. Yeah. That's my point. Just set a standard. Set a standard. And say, I will not tolerate this. Like, I always tell people, I didn't grow up with my actual father, but my father never laid a finger on me. So why should you? Why should you? It is normal for your husband to beat you. Oh, it's not normal. Because for him to correct you. Because sometimes you misbehave, so you should be corrected. Your father should have done that already. Your father, I don't see why your husband is doing that.